Today I'm going to present a topic about early intervention. The purpose of the poster is to let the parents to know what is early intervention, why we need to intervene early, the category of early intervention program, and the services of early intervention. Every children is unique and different. Child developmental may differ among children, so some children may be a bit slow or delay in the developmental. Nowadays, we notice more and more children was having difficulties in learning, and their parents do not notice it. It is very important to get a helper such as a doctor or specialist to get their information and suggestion how we going to help the children and the entire family too. Let's see what is early intervention. Early intervention is one of the programs which giving an early support for infants or toddlers between 0 to 5 years old who suspected as poor or slow in their developmental. Why we need to intervene early? As we know, 85% of brain development occurs rapidly before 5 years old. It is a critical time for the children to learn a basic skill such as walking and talking. Early intervention will help to provide a supportive environment for the children and also the entire family. It is between that period, it is the children will get a better response to the treatment. Early intervention was categorized into 5 parts, which are physical development, cognitive development, emotional development, communication development, and self-care development. Physical development will focus on the fine and gross motor skill, sensory skills such as walking or running. Cognitive development will focus on the logical thinking to see whether the children can understand the logic and they can think properly. It will focus on the reading and writing. Emotional development is focused on the behavior of the children. See whether the children can control their own emotion. Communication development focus on the communication between the children and whether they can play together and communicate when they are playing. Self-care development will focus on the self-care and the daily activities such as sleeping, eating, bathing, and playing. What is the services provided in the early intervention? There will be 5 groups such as speech therapy, audiology or hearing therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and psychological therapy. What is a physical therapy? It is focused on the child's gross motor development such as muscles, whether they can crawling. It is very important for the children to learn a basic skills in the before 5 years old. Occupational therapy will be helps to develop the skill needed for the activities of daily living such as bathing, sleeping, feeding by themselves. This is very important to train the children. They can to be independent. Psychological therapy will focus on the communication skill, social interaction, and children's behavior. This is we need to train the children to communicate, to understand the communication between the parents or the friends during their playing, to see the children can control their own behavior. Speech therapy will be focused on the train the children in moving his or her tongue or lips in order to produce a sound. It is normally in a small group such as a one-to-one activity. The specialist will train the children to move their tongue so that they can make the sound, to see whether they can understand or not. They can listen, they can speak out the words. Audiology therapy or hearing therapy using various screening techniques to find out the degree of hearing loss of the children. Hearing is the first part of the children to learn to talk. Normally they will listen to their parents, instruction from the parents or music so that they can learn to talk. So it is a very important part and is a first step for the children to get the help from the early intervention. That's all for the information. That's all for the presentation today. We hope everyone can understand what is early intervention from the poster. Thank you.